Hi. I don't know what to say, so here are the titles. Lost for words. That's not like me at all. Welcome back, everyone. We are flying badly, and we are going to do some home improvements in this episode. I'm a little bit bored with railways. I've spent a lot of episodes, a lot of time, a lot of effort building railways, so I'm going to just take a little break from that side of the base, and we are going to focus on here. So I think I mentioned this last time out, but this area here around my AE2 controller core, for the want of a better word, brain, central area, is going to be here a skyscraper up into the clouds. And I've got some interesting thoughts about how I want to do this. I'm going to have a little play around in creative. I then need to gather the materials for frame blocks and get the schematic cannon up and running and building this for me, because I don't have to do that myself. That's crazy. What I will have to do though, however, is apply the textures to the framed blocks, because unfortunately when you schematic cannon something and print something, it doesn't apply the textures. So that will be fun. Right, let's gather some sticks and wood for this tower. I'm very excited. I've got a wonderful design. I've placed the schematic. It's in a optimal location, I feel, right above me here. I'm not going to show you the schematic, of course, until it's built, just to build up the tension a little bit. But as you can see, I have got quite a bit. Oh, I don't know how that's crept in there. I've got quite a bit of crafting to do, but it should be quite easy. Wood, sticks, wooden planks and sticks. So I'm going to get going with that, and then we'll print our building. Luckily, I have my trusty Autocrafting setup here through AE2, and I've got the crafting pattern for the framed cube in there. 2379 I need. So let's just switch to craftable. That's more than I need. 2379, I think 2400. Why can't you make stuff? Can't you make stuff? Okay, so I need 2400 sticks. This is not going to be as easy as I thought it would be. So let's do that. Let's create a crafting pattern for bamboo into sticks. And then let's order 3,000. Yeah, 3,000 sticks. Loads of bamboo. So that will just create sticks for me. Once that's done, then I can auto-craft all of those framed cubes. But in the meantime, I'll get going on some of the other ones as well, which I may already have because they're more reasonable numbers. Problem solved. It was quite simply add more co-processing units, CPUs here. So I've got crafting storage here to store the ingredients. I think these CPUs actually do all the complex stuff, like working out how much is needed. And as you can see, nothing's going on at the moment, but I don't have enough sticks, but I can order the 2,400 that I need, and it will do it automatically. It will spread it across here, all these things here. I'm not explaining this very well, am I? But as you can see here, it's using both molecular assemblers to make planks from acacia logs and sticks from bamboo. It should give me a state. So here we go. So it's going to take 8 minutes to do all of those, and it's going to create all the sub-ingredients it needs. So logs for planks, bamboo for sticks, and then all together it will make the 2400 framed cubes. So yeah, 8 minutes, and I should have all of those cubes. Happy days. This is awesome. I love auto crafting, and I wonder whether 121 will bring on a similar experience, whether I'll enjoy it as much now that I'm getting quite used to it. Anyway, enough waffling. I will get all this stuff crafted, and then let's get building a skyscraper. It's views like this that remind me why I built in the swamp. It's beautiful, isn't it? Ignore the construction over there, but just this serenity is... But anyway, I've upgraded my AE2 Autocrafting setup a little bit. I've got some extra molecular assemblers so I can build 3 things at once. More crafting storage capacity, it's effectively like RAM for AE2. And of course also some storage monitors. So if we have a, let's say, I want to just to keep an eye on how many I've got of things like this, then all I need to do, if I put them 64 back, is how it all goes up. So we can actually keep an eye on levels of certain key things, which is quite handy when you're trying to auto-craft. Last thing I will say before we start building our tower is I've actually discovered, I think I've actually solved the problem of why some things could auto-craft and some things couldn't. Every level of crafting that needs to happen needs to have a pattern created. So for a, where is it, the 256k storage component, oops, didn't mean to do that. I need all of the preceding ones, so the 64, the 16, the 4 and the 1k components. So if you've got all of them, they will craft each individually and then you'll get your 256, which is awesome because and it also makes sense because if you think about it, this is a dumb computer system. It doesn't know how to craft things unless you tell it how to craft things. So you need to basically tell it how to craft every stage of the process. But once you get that set up, I mean, look at all the things here. I've got all these different frame blocks, crafting patterns that I've put together, different crafting patterns for concrete. It's a shame it can't add water to them as well, but you can't have everything. But yeah, this will be expanded even more. This is going to be so useful in the future. And the tower that I'm just about to build will be my AE2 headquarters, if you like. So this will be moved up here and significantly upgraded. But without further ado, say goodbye to this strange floating, luminous, pretty cool looking thing. It'll still be there. It will just be in a tower. Right, okay. I always get nervous with schematic cannons. I don't know why. Right, we're primed. It doesn't actually tell you the options of things. Oh, yes, it does. Protect block entities, skip missing blocks because there's a random tin ore block in there. What does that mean? I think that's basically replace solid with empty. Yes, because I wanted to hollow out some of the blocks there. Oh, let me just check. Actually, I don't want it to overwrite my nether portal. I mean, it's not the end of the world if it does, but I think we should be okay. Here we go. Right, okay, I'm going to fly up onto the roof and we will watch the build. Oh, yeah, we've got villagers that talk to us now, by the way, but more on that later. Enjoy. much at the moment, this tower of matchsticks, but it will look great once textures and details have been applied. I could do that now, but I mean, to be honest, I am a little not in the mood, for want of a better phrase. Maybe I could learn how to speak English. That would be a good thing to do actually at the moment. I would like to do a little bit more here. So this building here was started, and the idea was it was going to rise up and hide this tower of breeding villager people, zombie discount breeder. And it's, you may remember it early on, it starts off with the breeder, and then we have an incubator to make babies into grown-ups, and then we have 5 zombie discount persuasion modules down here, which then outputs into the system and basically just gives me loads and loads of fully discounted villagers that I can pop in an auto trader box and trade away. So this is all very well, but I've done a little bit of the inside, but we've still got this tower here that is just in the open, and I've intended for a while to do something about it, but now I've got this giant skyscraper. Well, certainly the structure, the block out area of the skyscraper. It's got me thinking that I probably need to start upping my game on this as well and stop leaving things unfinished, which is a very bad habit of mine. As you can see, this whole area is full of unfinished projects. The station, all of this area here, there, and here. At least I finished the warehouse, I suppose. And so I am going to finish off this episode with a bit of a... I'm not going to do time lapses because you've already seen a bit of a mega time lapse for that. But I'm going to bring you back in certain stages during this process. I think at very minimum, I want to get the front of this done at least. So maybe the sides and back as well, but certainly the front, because I've just got a few ideas. I want to sort of change the colour palette a little bit as I go further up. It certainly won't be anywhere near as high as this, but it'll be enough to cover the breeder tower. The front is done, and to be honest, that's taken me a lot longer than I thought. And so this will be... Oh, I can actually stand on it. That's quite handy. So, yeah, I've gone for sort of a light, white, brighter look above the sort of the ground level. Detailing is still needed to be done, of course. The iron blocks probably need to be altered a little bit. I mean, this is what it looks like without shaders. It's not quite so harsh. So the shaders do actually make the iron blocks stand out more. But yeah, and the windows I'm not happy with. I want to put some more wooden, what's the word, panes in there, so that it's just one big giant window. And it looks too new, so I need to age it a little bit. I need to make it a little bit older, a little bit worse for wear, like it does at the bottom there. But it will do for now. It's a start. I'm happy with it, mostly, and I'll make a few changes before the next episode to the areas that I've just talked about. That's probably about the final height that it'll be, so I just need to put a little roof on the top and just do something on the sides and the back as well. That's just a general idea of what I'm looking for. I think I also want to change this roof here. It's just a bit too light around it. We need a little bit more contrast, so I'd like to put some darker stuff here to offset the sort of the whiter, brighter blocks that are used frequently over there. And that's probably about it, I think, in terms of this episode. It's been more of a building episode, and yeah, I don't do enough of them, and I really do love it. I mean, this kind of aesthetic, this kind of cyberpunk in a swamp, is stretching me a little bit creatively, using my imagination. It's not just about making individual buildings look good, it's about sort of seamlessly integrating them together. I don't want to lose the swamp village. As you can see, the little buildings here and there are going to stay. They're not going to go anywhere. I might change them slightly, but the basic look will remain the same. I want this to look like it's a modern city built around a much older, smaller place, which is what it is, effectively. So, yeah, enough waffling. See you next time, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe if you found it interesting, fun. And yeah, just any suggestions on different approaches I can take for this sort of aesthetic, particularly over this side, where it is obviously it's highly underdeveloped. Any images you've got that you think could be quite a useful look for down here, that would be great. I will be working on this tower, and next time I see you, it won't be finished, but it will certainly look a lot more like a tower, a skyscraper, and less like a pile of matches. Thanks, guys. You enjoy yourself, whatever you're doing. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.